All right, so I see you're from Atlanta, Georgia, and we went to Benjamin E. Mays High School. It says I saw you were recruited as a cornerback, and of course you went in, you redshirted your first year, and you moved to linebacker. So what went into the change, switch from cornerback to linebacker?
A lot went to change. My first year, we had a lot of great corners at the spot right there on that corner at Middle Tennessee State, and it was just a great switch for me because it was a more of a dime backer, nickel backer. So I could still play in coverage, but I still, I had a lot of physicality traits to me as a young guy, as a redshirt freshman. So it was a great move to get more action inside rather than playing corner.
Okay. So, talk about your skill set a little bit. You said you mentioned your aggressiveness. So just talk about your skill set a little bit.
I think I'm a guy that, who has a combination of speed and, strength. So I think that just the coaches seen that in me, and not me being a young guy, I didn't really know it at the time. At first, I didn't know what the reason was for the switch, but I could see through the play of me and being an aggressive player and me still having the speed and just being the guy who can do anything the coach tell you to do. So I'm just a guy that's a team player. That's my trait, being a team player, leadership, being I'm a speed, fast guy, and just having an all-around strength as a player.
Okay. I looked up your career numbers, and you put up some good numbers. MT, you had 240 tackles, like 37 tackles for a loss, 17 sacks, broke up 15 passes. So it seemed like you had a pretty good career at MT, man. So just talk about your experience a little bit playing football at MTSU.
It's a great experience. Just going through the recruiting process. You really don't know what you suspected because coaches leave and go. But Coach Stocky stayed there all my years at MTSU, and I came in as an early grad in January. So I didn't know what to expect, but just being around that system, being around that institution, just really helped me a lot. Even having the coach Schaefer as my defense coordinator, he put me in positions to make plays, and he's seen the skill sets I had. So I give all thanks to Coach Schaefer, and then the guys around me, because football is a team sport. So just the grind we did in the off season to end the season, just goes to everything that that I did on the field. Because without those guys, I wouldn't be able to play I'll be here today.
So do you have like a favorite play or a favorite moment from your time playing football?
My favorite moment was the game played UAB before the conference championship last year, and just having 3 sacks that game, and just I think it put a stamp on my career as MTSU and helped me get the numbers that I had. Also, the Camellia Bowl win we had, that was a big step for me because that was the first bowl game win we had because MTSU we was never win bowl games. So just to get that win under our belt just felt good.
So, like obviously, coronavirus kind of the chances you had at a pro day and, meetings and all this stuff, coronavirus kind of, ruined those chances. And so, I saw that you were training at Boost Fit Club. I did a story on that last year, on that place, I think last year or year before. So can you just talk about, what you've been doing in terms of training there?
I had a lot of places that hit me up for the training for as far as the combine and as far as NFL prep. But I just felt like just being close to home and me still having an apartment in Murfreesboro just allowed me to be at Boost, and I feel like everything happened for a reason. So Boost Performance and Jordan Llewellyn, who's the director of Boost Performance, they did a great job of bringing me in day one and seeing what I needed to improve on. And that's what they did. They see what I need to improve on, help me pay attention to all the details I need to pay attention to, and just get better as a person and a player. Every day I just work hard, grind it, and then the results showed. So for me to be able to have a virtual pro day just allowed teams to see what kind of player I was, because I was kind of scared that I wasn't going to be able to do the pro day, and I had about 5 days until they shut everything down to the pro day, and I was at my peak performance. But for Jordan Llewellyn and the guys at Boost Performance, that allowed them to give me a chance to do my virtual pro day, just helped me a lot, and I give thanks to all them guys.
So I know you mentioned about the virtual pro day. I saw like a little clip of it. Can you talk about, how unique that experience was and, how they helped you out?
It was a unique experience because I was very comfortable around the guys that I trained with throughout for 2 months. So, we was all getting each other tips, and it was a lot of elements that, you know what I'm saying, that kind of impacted my training and my performance that day because we used to train in an indoor facility. So just had to adjust to the elements and, you know what I'm saying, just being around the guys who I trained with, who I met along the process has really helped me. And just to see myself put those numbers up and really confirm the work I put in.
You did put up some good numbers. I saw that too. So where were you? Like, what were you doing at the time where where the NCAA had the decision to start to shut things down, and the president ultimately came down and started shutting things down. So, like, where were you and what were you doing? When you found out the news about the severity of COVID-19.
Yeah, I was actually training on the MTSU football field, and they kind of just told me that they were shutting down all the parks and recs and stuff like that, so I had to leave the field. So it kind of really made me had to adjust the way I worked out and find different ways to work out and just be creative in the ways I did it. So I tried to work out in parking lots and just different fields, open fields that I could because they had to shut those places down. So um, the news that NCAA had to shut down just really hurts me because uh, we had a lot of NCAA tournament games going to come up, and as athletes, we put a lot of hard work in, so you want to see the results at the end. So I just felt for them guys, the guys who are, play basketball, ran track, women's girls who play basketball. I just wanted to see those girls and those boys, the track team, still perform and finish off where they started. So that kind of hurts for a player. Even though I wasn't in that situation, it kind of hurts.
So, like I said, with this time, it's not just affecting college, it's affecting pro sports as well. With the NFL, like I said earlier, the month of March, and all the time before, it's time to, see players work out, confirm numbers, look at tape, and, get interviews done. So, has any teams been in contact with you in terms of just like face-to-face, well, not face-to-face, but, over the phone interviews?
Yeah, I've been in a lot of contact with the Bears, the Chargers, the Falcons. Teams like the Colts hit me up. I did a interview with the Giants, so it's still happening. I feel like more than ever that teams are really watching more film, reaching out to players because they didn't get the numbers and they want to know, they want to find out about the guy because you can't put a face to the name right now. So you just got to be able to talk on the phone with someone and really get to know someone. So um, just me being able to, me seeing that teams are interested in me just open up the eyes a lot about the process right now.
So what would you say that you would bring to an NFL team?
I'll just bring that teamwork, just to be a team guy. Just want to be special teams player when I start out, just to start off at the lowest pole and just build myself up. That's how I've been at MTSU. Just a guy who brings some type of leadership, some type of juice. That's what all I brought to MTSU. The years you can see on film, um, and that's what I hope to bring to a team.
So, like, at the next level, like, where do you think your skill set will be utilized best? Like, what team do you think you look at their scheme and you're like, that's a place that I love to play. I think they could use my skills best. What place do you think that would be?
I don't see a particular team that will use my skills or my traits. I just think that any team that pick me up, learn to adjust to their elements, adjust to their scheme, and try to get better whatever I can because they see something in me and I see something in them. So it could be a mutual thing, and we'll go from there.
So, like, are you still doing any training, like, what I'm saying, while you're in Atlanta, or are you just chilling out right now?
I'm doing a lot of training every day. I have a process that I go through. I stretch in the morning, I eat breakfast, and then I go to Mays High School. They open the gates up for me, and I do some drills with some guys and catch the ball, do stuff like that. Just try and move my body and keep myself in shape. That's the most important thing right now because you never know when this thing's gonna lift up. So every day I go through a process of just get 1% better, and be with the guys that I'm comfortable with, and you know, just still trying to stay in shape and be ready whenever our name's called.
Okay. And, of course, I'm sure your name will get called. I mean, you're a great player, real talented, hardworking, explosive. As I saw, actual games and saw highlights. So, what is a thing or two you think you need to improve on, going forward at the next level?
There's a lot of things I can improve on. I just feel like as a player, you can never get comfortable or say you reach the limit because you're seeing nowadays that guys are trying to find different ways to get better because as you get older, you kind of lose different traits and different skill sets. So I feel like I can get better in all phases of the game. It's not one particular thing, and just trying to hone in on that thing and just get 1% better each day.
Appreciate
I got you right now. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you giving me the time, bro. I appreciate that.
Yep.
All right.